tax audit is approaching and all the auditors and chartered accountants are busy in finalizing their tax audit. In order to extend the season of tax audit filing, we are going to add some information for you. Hello everyone, I am Saloni from Webtel. In this video, I am going to recap some information about the tax audit and 3CD reports, including the return filing of Form 3CD easily. So stay tuned, and before starting this video, I request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel Webtel Electrosoft to get regular compliance updates. Let's start with the basic information about the tax audit. For this, I am taking you to my screen for better understanding. Form 3CD Tax Audit Report. Basically, a tax audit report is a report that is prepared by a qualified chartered accountant who conducts the audit. And this report is filed electronically along with the ITR. It includes all the details about the taxpayer's financial transactions. And the tax audit ensures compliance with the various provisions of the Income Tax Act 1961. Or we can say that a tax audit will be conducted as per the section 44AB of the Income Tax Act 1961. Let's understand who is required to get accounts audited as per the section 44AB. And these are the criteria in which a person is liable to get their accounts audited. So the category of persons are if a person is having the business income. And the applicability criteria in the case of business will be if a person is having the total sales, turnover or gross receipt in the business for the year exceeding rupees 1 crore. And in case of the presumptive taxation, the turnover will be 2 crores. And one more criteria is there for the tax audit as per the section 44AB for the business. The threshold limit for a person carrying on a business is increased to 10 crores. In case if the receipt in cash does not exceed 5% of all the receipts and the payments in cash does not exceed 5% of all the payments, and in the case of the profession, the gross receipt exceeding 50 lakhs. And one more criteria is there if a person claims that the profit and gain from the business are lower than the profit and gains computed in accordance with the provisions as per the section 44AD, ADA and AE. Then the tax audit is also applicable as per the section 44AB. When is tax audit under section 44AB not applicable? So a taxpayer who declare profit and gains for the previous year in accordance with the provisions of the section 44AD or ADA, then they are not required to get their accounts audited. Or we can say that the person who opts for the presumptive taxation are not required to get their accounts audited. And a person who derive income of the nature referred to in section 44B or section 44BBA, then they are not required to get their accounts audited. Then comes what are the components of the tax audit report. The report of the tax audit conducted by the chartered accountant is to be furnished in the prescribed format in Form 3CA, 3CB and 3CD. Form 3CA is applicable in the case of the person who is required to get the accounts audited by under any other law than the Income Tax Act 1961. And Form 3CB is applicable in case of the person who is not required to get his accounts audited by any other law other than the Income Tax Act 1961. Now let's look at the due date and penalty for delay in furnishing tax audit report. The persons that are covered under section 44AB should get his accounts audited and should obtain the audit report on or before the 30th September of the relevant assessment year. Or we can say that The due date of furnishing a tax audit report is on or before 30th September of the relevant assessment year. Now let's look at the penalties for delay in furnishing a tax audit report. So according to the section 271B, if a person who is required to comply with the section 44AB fails to get his account audited under section 44AB or furnish such report as required under section 44AB, the assessing officer may impose a penalty, and the penalty shall be lower of the following amounts. It can be 0.5% of the total sales, turnover in business or gross receipts in the profession, or rupees 1,50,000. Whichever will be the lowest will be allowed as a penalty for delay in furnishing of a tax audit report. And according to the section 271B, no penalty shall be imposed if reasonable cause for such failure is proved. Let's look at the procedure for Form 3CD. A CA gets the detail from the assessee to fill the Form 3CD, and after that he prepares a Form 3CA or 3CB as the case may be, and after filling all the details in the form, they need to generate a form JSN. They need to generate a JSN file along with the DAC, and for uploading the file they need to log in on the income tax portal, and then they need to submit the form. And before the auditor can file the JSN, the auditor must be added as a professional by the assessee. And after that the form has been filed, the assessee has to approve it from their IT e-filing login. So this is the basic of Form 3CD report. Now let's look at the process of filing the Form 3CD through Tax software. For the filing of 3CD through Tax software, you need to go to the Form 3CD option. Then you need to click on this option, and after clicking on this option, the Form 3CD will open like this, where the name, address and the PAN number and the status of the assessee will be reflecting automatically, as well as the previous year and the assessment year will be reflecting as per the selection of the assessee. Then in the fourth clause, you need to select the detail of the indirect taxes. If the assessee is liable to pay any indirect taxes, then you need to select this option as yes, and then you need to select the type of the indirect taxes from the given list. And then in the 8th clause, you need to select the conditions for which the audit is applicable as per the section 44AB. So these are the criteria for which you are going to file a Form 3CD as per the section 44AB. And in the 8th A clause, you need to select whether the assessee has opted for the taxation, or we can say that if the assessee has opted for the new taxation as per the section 115 BA, BAA, BAB or BAC. Also you need to select the section from the given list. Then comes the 9th clause. Clause number 9 is related to the ITR 5. If a firm or AOP indicates the name of the persons or partners, then they need to provide the profit sharing ratio of each and every partner or member in their firm or AOP. In the 10th clause, nature of the business or profession will be imported from the master data automatically. Then comes the another clauses. Here one more point is to note down is that you can import the data from the Excel templates as well. You can export the Excel template and then you can import the data from these Excel templates in the software for the convenient working. Then comes the clause 18. Basically clause 18 is related to the depreciation, where you need to select the type of the asset. Like if you are having the depreciation related to the building, furnitures, etc., then you need to select the type of the asset. And as per the selection of the type of the asset, you need to enter the name of the asset over here as well. And then you need to select the rate of the depreciation from the given list. And then you need to select, you are going to show the opening balance, you are going to show the purchase, or you are going to show the sale detail in the depreciation. Like if the option is selected as a opening balance, then you need to show the opening balance and the depreciation amount will be calculated automatically. Then you need to click on add option, and after that the details will be added over here. And in case if you want to export the data in the Excel template, or if you want to import the data from the Excel template, then you need to click on export to Excel, and then you can enter the data over here, and then you can import the data in the depreciation schedule easily. And also the summary of the depreciation related to the type of the assets can be seen over here, and this data can also be exported in the Excel as well. Other clauses are also there whose data can be exported as well as the data can be imported, and few clauses are there whose data can be imported from the TDS software as well, which is clause 34A. The data in the clause 34A can be imported if you are using the Webby TDS software. In case if this clause is applicable, which is related to the reduction and collection, then you need to click on yes, and then you can import the data. Also the data can be imported from the consolidate file in this clause. Also the data can be imported in this clause through the consolidate file. And after providing all these details, you need to import the auditor detail, or you can say the auditor detail will be imported automatically, which has been entered by you in the SESI master detail. After providing all these details, you need to click on save, and then data saved successfully message will be appearing like this. Then if you are going to generate the JSON file, then you need to click on generate JSON, and then your JSON file will be generated. In case if you are having the data in the previous year, or if you are having the data in the JSON file or XML file, then you can import the data from the JSON as well as from the XML files for the previous year. Also the data from the previous year can be imported in form 3CD. And if in the few clauses the data is not available, then you can enter the details and the pending issues as well. Once the data is available, then you need to solve this, and then your data will be generated. So this is the process for generating a form 3CD, XML or JSON file through the Webby Tax software. I hope you have understood that return filing of 3CD is not an easy task for an auditor. So many clauses and sub-clauses are required to be filled correctly, and every validation and data verification are there. By using the software, we can save our time and beat the time pressure accordingly. Share this video with your friends and colleagues who are busy in tax audit. For better understanding, I am sharing the blog link. If you found this video helpful, then visit the link mentioned in the description below and let us know in the comment section if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next Tuesday, we will be coming up with another interesting video to improve compliances for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance journey.